Well, hello everyone. Zombie Zapper 45. Um, just to let you know before I start talking, this is not really anything about games or Call of Duty or zombies or anything or survival. This is actually unscripted, so I'm just thinking about this stuff as it happens. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about some things that are on my mind. I know there's a lot of YouTube people do that, so yeah, let's get on with it. I want to tell you guys a little bit about me because this before I explain what I'm about to talk about. Okay, my name is Andrew Platic. I was I'm 19 years old. I live in Teaneck, New Jersey, a little town outside of New York City, and I currently and am should be done with my first year of college. I started going to Fairleigh Dickinson University, which the Maryland Metropolitan campus or the Teaneck slash Hackensack campus. So it was quite convenient for me. But generally speaking, I didn't. It wasn't what I thought. Let me put it that way. Um, I mean, school never has been for me. It's always been lose situation. I mean, I've done okay, but it just I never felt complete. You know, school takes up so much time in your day. So basically, I went to college for a semester until the Christmas holidays, and then I did very poorly in school, and I was given the option to continue. My mother said, "Do you want to continue?" And I said no. After a while, no. Why? The point. I mean, in my mind, I thought there was a big deal, but as time went on, I've been away for a long time now, and as time went on, this semester is done anyway. But I've been away for this whole semester and thought about what I wanted to do with my life rather than blindly go into college, which I'll get to in a minute. I realized that not only it wasn't for me. I don't think it should be for anyone, but here's why. Okay, consider this. Well, the school system in general is corrupt, so it's not just college. Let me school you on something, because apparently you don't know it. Even though you've been to school, you should know all this. This is all over YouTube, but people choose to ignore it or think people talking about it are insane. So maybe you'll think I am insane. Hey, a lot of people already think that, so it doesn't matter. In college, what's the point? What do you what's the point? Like, why bother? But what's the purpose of it? To learn, right? You go there to learn. You buy books and you study in the books, do problems, which are your homework, and then you take a test. That's as simple as that. And I guess the big test, midterms and final exams, but I don't think in college there really are midterms, so it's just final exams for the semester. But okay, the point is, essentially, they're teaching you what you could teach yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Look, I went into Fairleigh Dickinson with I chose a computer science major because I've loved computers my whole life. I'm good with them, but okay. So, but let me tell you what they made me do in Fairleigh Dickinson for the time that the first semester I was there. The classes I had to take were the following. I'll try to get better and better with them in sequential order the order goes on. First, I'll start with the one that makes the most sense. I can't even remember the exact name to the class, but I believe it was a coding class. Like they taught about codes and you things you would use for computers. It's also good for engineering, the class, but digital systems. That's what it's called. If anyone's ever heard of it, yeah, they teach you stuff on the computer. Okay, acceptable, I guess, as a class in relation to computer science. The next class I took, which I actually think I wanted to take, I chose to take it, and was web design, which isn't really that. Yeah, it has relation to programming, but not as much. But in general, I really liked that class. That was probably my favorite of all of them, and I actually think I did the best in that class out of any of them. But okay, moving on. Just English 1 or whatever, the first English you could take in college. Yeah, not really surprised about that, but in general, I don't think what is English gonna help me with computer science. It's completely a waste of time. I mean, here I'm paying them. If you didn't know, the tuition for a year in Fairleigh Dickinson costs about $43,000. I think for the semester I paid 22. Of course, it wasn't me, as my parents, but yeah. And I'm not in as bad a boat as many people, because some people, can't even afford to go. They take loans, but I'll get to that in a while too. Okay, sorry. Yes, I was telling you about my classes. Okay, the next class I had that was probably worse was a remedial math class, algebra skills, I think it was. Yeah, they basically made me. They made me do stuff I already knew. I didn't even bother to do it. I actually failed the class because basically I didn't want to waste my time. I did other things like play with my Teams app, for zombies. I didn't start uploading until later, but I was on the verge of doing it. And you know why I couldn't upload? I didn't have the time to do it. And I know some people could look at me and say, "You always have time." There's no such thing, but it's just fine. It's not that I didn't have the time; it just wouldn't be practical. I had classes during the day. I had meetings. Yeah. There just wasn't. It wasn't practical. I couldn't do it. So, what have I been doing since I've been out of Fairleigh? When I decided to leave. Yeah, I've been doing what I said I wanted to do for a while, which was upload videos onto YouTube. Now, this is the first one with expressing my beliefs, and I must say I have very radical ones when compared to some people. But what are you gonna do? The main purpose was games, but anyway, time for my final class that I had to take. Oh, and by the way, English and math had some labs, and I don't think I ever went to a single one. Yeah, I went to one English lab, but yeah. Okay, so my final class, I don't know if other colleges have this, or well, it's the university, but yeah. Freshman seminar. What the? You know what? Yeah, I could probably just curse and no one would care, but from my speech. Why? They try to teach you how to survive in college. Isn't that what they're trying to teach you for 2 or 3 years when you're in high school? Why? Why? No, they try to teach you what college is like and what universities to apply to and what to expect from them. No, it's a waste of a class. It's a waste of a slot. I could have been doing something with computer science, but no, I was stuck in that shithole of a class. I went to a few of those, and the work was a joke too. The work wasn't the problem. I don't agree with homework in any regard. All work should be done in the room. As much as I hate the classroom too, and I believe there's a different way to do it. All work should be done in the room. Do you want to do work when you go home? I mean, no. You want to be doing things like this. Maybe not me. I'm essentially bitching to you, but you want to be playing Modern Warfare 3 or Battlefield 3 or Halo Wars. I don't know. Halo Reach. Sorry, but you want to be doing some video games. You want to hang out with a girlfriend. You want to hang out with just your friends. Go to movies. Why do you want to spend your time doing shit that they think you care about when you don't? I mean, who cares about most subjects in class? All you care about is what you're going to do as a job for the rest of your life. So college is just extending your school, what you did before. I mean, the only difference is you were independent and they sort of, to hide the truth, that's just more schooling. They try to intrigue you and with all this freedom and stuff, but yeah, it's a scam. I think school's a scam, and I think college is a scam, because my next point is mandatory schooling is like a prison. Yeah, it's a prison, because they take you in from a young age, and they mold your mind to the way they wish, the society or the board. And then when you're completely obedient to their demands, or brainwashed into believing what they want you to think, they convince you that college is the only way to go. Without college, you're a loser, a nobody, and you might as well shoot yourself in the head. I mean, just give up if you can't go to college. Well, I have to say that they're full of crap, because if you don't go to college, nowadays there was a point where college was good. To clear that up, my family, or my parents for that matter, say they enjoyed their college and learned a lot from it. I wouldn't doubt it. But also, something else, when they went to college, tuition cost a couple $1,000s. Sorry. And I have a friend, or an older friend, he's actually my mentor. He went to Fairleigh Dickinson in the 60s, and you know how much it costs to attend Fairleigh Dickinson for a semester? I think he told me approximately $2,000, and that included room and board. So basically, he could pay for one semester, which was $1,000, during the break or during the summer for the next one. By the time the semester would start, he'd have enough to pay for it. Yeah. Nowadays, not many people can afford college, and if you ask me, it's becoming less and less valuable because more and more people are going there. If you can't afford it, you shouldn't go. First off, don't take out student loans. You're just screwing yourself for the rest of your life. Because once you get out of college, don't expect to find a job so easily. Not in this market, anyway. People claim that they'll accept you because you have a degree, but I don't know if that's true. Some people might. I doubt it. All the people who tell you that are politics, they're in on it. They want you to believe that. And people usually are too blind and stupid to think against it, and they go along with it. So they go get their degrees. And nowadays, lately, they've been trying to convince you to get more of your money that a bachelor's degree it is not